Chair, thanks the gentlewoman. The chair now recognizes Representative Carbajal.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Thank you, Mr. Richardson, for being here. I want to start by reminding all of us why these federal dollars exist in the first place: to support the American people when they need it the most. These funds are meant to help communities prepare for the worst and respond quickly when disasters strike. Mr. Richardson, you say you stayed in Washington during a recent disaster to kick down the doors of bureaucracy. But for the Central Coast and for many communities across the country, FEMA delays in reimbursements have had real consequences. Contractors, cities, counties are forced to front the cost of emergency response and recovery, straining local budgets and slowing down rebuilding efforts. Yet when it's time for the federal government to pay back local communities, it is holding funds rather than repaying its share. Why? Because Secretary Noem is now personally reviewing every FEMA grant contract over $100,000. This bureaucratic bottleneck is suffocating our communities. I have heard from my constituents from the County of San Luis Obispo, the City of San Luis Obispo, the County of Santa Barbara, the County of Ventura, and various water districts throughout my district. They are not receiving the reimbursements that they are owed. Today, I want to focus my questions on these issues. Mr. Richardson, what specific action is FEMA taking to clear these overdue reimbursements, and how much longer will my constituents on the Central Coast have to wait?
Thank you for your question. So the reimbursements and the bureaucratic nature of that is indeed something I'm concerned about, because I will kick down doors of bureaucracy. And we are digging into that now, because it takes far, far too long for the reimbursements and also to close out the disasters. So it's something that we are looking into. I don't necessarily have a timeline, but I can work with you to let you know.
Thank you. For months, Donald Trump has claimed that he is cutting red tape, and his administration is doing that in Washington. For communities on the Central Coast, this sure doesn't feel that way. What process improvements has FEMA implemented or will implement to accelerate these reimbursements?
So one of the things that I've done, and once again, thank you for the question, is I've consolidated the office was somewhat disparate when addressing these. So what I've done is I've consolidated those functions at FEMA so we can get a better handle on it and better reporting measures for it. And I can share those with you.
Love to have that information. What accountability measures or metrics does FEMA use to track reimbursement timelines internally? And would you commit to provide this committee and me a report on average processing times for reimbursement claims, especially for the Central Coast disasters over the past 2 years?
What I can do is I can commit to looking into it and then getting hold of you and talking through it.
Thank you very much. Mr. Chairman, I yield back.